Welcome back to the I Did It First podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Riley. And I love how you just said that. That was so like level. And for those listening on with headphones on, they're not like, whoa.
Whoa.
You know?
I'm trying. I have
very
one
good.
volume.
I know.
Usually.
Me. I know. That's like the part that I know you're Portuguese.
I know. I try. I really try.
But we are now in the new year, which is so exciting.
So
2026.
exciting.
The age that I'm turning in 2026 just sounds very adult-like. Like 24, you can kind of like, oh, I'm 24, I'm young 20s. But 25, mid 20s, I'm 25. What? That's scary.
It is scary.
But
now you're going to make me sad.
But not like I love my birthday, but turning 25 just seems, because I mean, think of where you were at when you were 25. You had like a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No, I would not want that for you right now.
Me either. I'm a baby.
You are the baby.
I was talking to Paulette about that, and I was just like, I'm so young. There's so many people my age that are having children and teach their own. Like, if
that's
you can
actually
do
crazy,
do it. But I was like, I am a baby. Babies can't be having babies.
No.
And then she's like, yeah, I'm a teen mom, like I can't.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, exactly, you get it.
Well, even when you like you talk about people from your high school, I think I still, for me, like I know it's shocking for you, for me, I'm thinking like how are they fitting that in their schedule, like as if they're still in high school?
I just want to do the math, like how are you guys swinging it? How, not that I'm even considering it, I have a long ways to go before I have a child, but how do they, because they're traveling, they're doing all this stuff, like, but they're also not working.
Some of them. But I think just the idea, like you had your moments where you'd see a mom with a carrier and be like, I want one. And that's it. Like some people don't actually think about what that means. They're just like, oh, I just want that.
And that's great. Well, because even when I have a bad day, I'll be like driving and I'm like, you know what? At least I don't have a child right now, because I wouldn't even be able to process my bad day. And I'm so young to.
Right.
I don't know. But that's food
smart.
for thought. So
that might be why there's so many moms in my generation that are medicated.
Yeah.
Because they didn't quite think that through.
Yeah. That's very true.
I firmly believe that. And then part of that trend was also having them like back to back to back.
Was Nana medicated ever?
No.
That's also the problem?
That's also the different problem of that generation. They weren't medicated enough.
But she was popping out babies.
Yeah. Well, they were far apart. I mean.
Well, you and your middle brother are far apart, but him and.
Yeah, they were like Irish twins, basically. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No thanks.
But we're in the new year. There's so much to be done this year. It feels so good.
It does feel so good.
I really took an audit at the end of 2025 and it was just like, what is serving me? What is not? What do I need to let go of? What can I bring into the new year? And once I was taking inventory, I was just like, oh my gosh, so much needs to change.
You're so good at this. But I don't think you get this from me.
I don't know. No, you know what? And I told you, I was like, I grew up to watching my mom just put up with a lot. And I think that's where now I go to the other extreme sometimes. Where I'm just fair. Like, I'm not going to tolerate disrespect. I'm not going to accept the bare minimum. Especially because, and I broke up with my boyfriend. That's kind of what we're talking about. But especially because, like, I know I'm so good and self-sufficient and independent and, like, I'm successful on my own. I'm a hustler. I'm constantly chasing any opportunity. And
you need
if
someone
you're not
to match
matching
that
me
energy
there, then it's like you're kind of just dead weight. Like, I don't know how to say that
and
nicely.
It's true.
Like,
you need someone else to push you as well, not be competitive. Like we talked about this with a previous relationship, like someone who'd be competitive only because you're doing something, like they want to be better than you, but like outside of that context, they were not being competitive with themselves.
Yes.
That's also negative, but someone who's just even competitive with themselves a little.
Yeah, be competitive, like want to constantly upgrade
or improve.
Like know that there's always stuff to be done. And I know that I'm in no position to have a child, nor do I want to take care of a child right now. That also goes as far as a man-child. Like, I can't be.
You're not
I can't
looking
be
to
like,
adopt.
hey, babe, are we gonna wake up early today? Like,
You want to make the
maybe
bed?
before double digits. Like, I just can't. Like, I am up early before work. I work out. Like, so I came to that conclusion, and I was just like, I cannot bring this into the new year, and
And it's not, and it's also because you can't be with someone just expecting change.
no. And that's
Like,
what I
it's
said
one thing
once.
for it's to be who they are. And I think in this case, obviously, and there was just a lot of damage, I think, on his end. Like, and it's fine. Everyone's got damage.
Yes,
Don't get me
yes,
wrong.
yes, yes.
But if you want to address it and get better, great.
But we can't act like there's
But it's not your
nothing.
job.
No, it's not my job. I'm not a therapist. I'm not.
No.
But yeah, I was like, I can't bring this into the new year. That was like my number one thing when I was figuring out what worked and what didn't work for my year.
You say, like, I don't want to do this and don't. And that, I think, shocks me still. Like,
But that's where I'm like, because I've seen you, and well, what really did it for me too is I nanny, and one day I was nannying, and like the night before we got in a huge fight, and just like the whole next day nannying, I just like felt so numb, and I was like, oh my gosh,
trying to take care of a baby.
yeah, I was like, I cannot have a child of my own and feel like this ever. I was like, that's such a scary feeling. Like, and I never want my kids to grow up and be like, mom is so sad or mom is so mean, and them not have any idea, but it's like not their job to understand. And I think obviously I understand it a lot more, but even Beckham like doesn't totally understand sometimes, or growing up. And that's I don't resent him for it. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's like I wish he knew, but it was also when he was younger, it wasn't his job to necessarily know. And that's
you were
where
just privy to it more.
Yes,
maybe.
Yeah, but that's where I was like, I can't do that. No.
Yeah, that was hard.
So I sat in my emotions.
I thought you were taking a nap.
No, I was.
She was wrapping things up.
And it wasn't even intentional. I was actually trying to take a nap because I did 3 spin classes back to back. I went to lay down and I just talked to him. I was like, and there's so much. Like, I'm not even getting into anything, but I was like, I can't feel like this. I can't be anxious to lay in my own bed at night. And
that's the thing. You're a lot more like calm already.
Yeah. I was just calm. Even when I talk and like bring up problems, I never raise my voice. I'm just like exactly like this. Maybe it's my like LA monotone voice. This is literally how I get. Like, I don't cuss. I'm just like,
I hate that.
And that was one thing too. He would call me horrible names in the heat of an argument.
Like, be a gentleman, no matter what.
Like, yes.
That's like a true testament of what kind of man you are, is who they are when they're fighting.
Well, because Whitney and I talked about it. She's like, or we both agreed, like, our future husbands are going to take a lap around the block and then come back.
Take a minute.
You're never going to call me a name, because the truth is you're most likely never going to remember those moments, but I will never forget. Like, horrible names, like.
Horrible.
Yeah, we don't even need to bring that to light.
Yeah.
But I do feel so much better. And again, it's like I love being single, and because I just love sticking to my routine, and I love waking up at 5 a.m. and I love going to bed at 8 p.m. and I love not having to explain myself to anyone and just.
But there's other habits, like you're constantly pushing and thriving. And that's where I said it's hard to watch, because obviously everyone wants that. And at the same time, like, but I see such a significant difference when you're single.
I know.
And
which is literally why sometimes I'm like, I think I could be single the rest of my life.
Like, that's hard, because even me, I don't know if I was ever necessarily like that, because I have a lot of just routine habits from growing up that I know I need to break, but they held me back. You don't have that.
No.
And so that's.
But
maybe it's because of me. I taught you something unintentionally.
Yeah, maybe that is honestly true. But I feel really good. I have this horrible habit of when I'm super stressed, I'll like pull out my eyelashes and I'll just like.
Horrible.
I don't even know. I just get like fixated.
It's anxiety.
It's anxiety, yeah. And I'll just like twist them in my hands until they'll literally fall out. And it hasn't happened once since being single. But mind you, my eyes were like
I
bald.
think because you were suppressed, you would try and talk a lot of things out, but suppress a lot of feelings still in that, because I think the frustration didn't end because I'd noticed a lot of conversations you'd have, and I would even notice, but nothing would come of it.
Yes, exactly. And you'd be like, what do you need from me? What do you need?
Like I would hear you literally say,
And I would say
this
A,
is
B,
what
and
I
C.
need.
Yes.
Sort of like flashcards, an outline, a how to, here's how chat told you to do it. Here's how my dad there's some advice. 5 minutes later, be like, so what do you need?
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, don't ask then, because you actually aren't listening.
Yeah.
But I feel really good. There's so
sleep
much
score has
happening.
gone up.
My sleep score has gone up. I've been taking for a minute there. I was taking lots of melatonin gummies, and even I took them like a couple of days before the new year. I took like 2, which is a lot. Like I get that's your daily serving that you can take.
I take a half
serving,
if I take it, yeah.
But 2's a lot.
I don't know how people do that because I get like drunky.
When I wake up, I feel hungover.
But and the dreams are wild.
I do feel better. I'm sleeping a lot more. And 2026 is just going to be our year. There's so much that's happening. I feel like even in this month alone, there's so much happening. But one thing I do want to talk about, and it's something that I learned of recently, yes. Yes,
so Dad was talking about, I love this. So he sent a video from this guy, Jesse Itzler. I think I said that right. And this is like
a 12-minute video. Everyone should watch it.
Yes. We should actually include a link because I felt like it was really good and very easy to digest.
I agree. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't like this overwhelming. Like sometimes you'll see a TED Talk or, you know, and you're like, oh, that's a lot. This guy was just like it was like a shopping list.
I agree. That's exactly what it was.
And foolproof plan. I mean, he's very successful individual, and he kind of went through all the things he does when preparing for the new year. And you already talked about one, which was the audit. Like look at your life and see like, okay, what did I do this year? What's working, what's not? And it doesn't have to be, that's the thing. It's how you explained everything that was so helpful. Like what didn't work? Maybe getting up to work out at 5 didn't work because you were tired all day and couldn't get anything done in the afternoon. Yeah. Or were you bad with your time after work? You know, that's little things. Like I can think of things immediately. Even when he said that, I was like, oh.
Me too. And it's such a good, like,
but write it down. Like you actually have to write it down because you need to be able to see it. Like, you know, and process it in that way.
And I feel like once you write it down too, it becomes real and you can't like hide from it or be like, no, that's not really a problem. And it's what businesses do. And that's how they improve.
Of course they do. Like financially. Like you can do a financial audit too on yourself. I'm sure most of us don't want to. But it's the same idea. And it's like I love to stay up at night. I love, which is hard because I also love getting up early. So I don't know what to do about that because I love sleep. But it's those things trying to navigate. Okay, this didn't work. I stay up late. I can't get up early. Then I'm actually really sad all day.
Yes. I thought that was I think that was one of my favorite things I took from that video.
The audit?
Yes. Yeah. Because it's so real. And I think that one thing that I do not do this, and I don't think anyone in our family actually does this, but I never go into the new year like my New Year's resolution is going to be, that is way too much pressure.
Hate that.
You're actually setting yourself up for failure. Like that's just unrealistic.
It's very like cliche and
like this year I'm going to drink more water. Okay, no, that doesn't like
that's a
maybe
mini goal.
This year I'm going to carry my hydro jug everywhere I go. So it's like, okay, naturally I'm going to be drinking more water because I don't want to carry this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know. But the next thing he talked about is detoxing your closet.
I love this
your desk, a digital detox, like your email. And that is just...
Closet's an easy one.
It's real.
And his take on the closet was, if you have a 50% chance of wearing it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because he said, if you're not really sure, someone else could definitely use it 100%.
100%. And that is like that is one of the hardest things for me, especially because when I do have kids and when I do have a daughter, I want her to be able to like go through my clothes and be like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, because everything comes back in fashion.
So many things that I had that you've bought again that I'm just like, why didn't I save that?
Or I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll want this. That is one thing I want to be better about. Yes, literally. One thing I want to be better about is, first of all, I'm either in athletic wear or like, I would say 75% of the time. And the other 25 is like a cute outfit.
Yeah.
And even the cute outfit is probably a basic pair of jeans and like a basic white shirt or something simple.
It actually is. So I could go through my closet honestly today and purge so much.
And it would feel so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do another overhaul. And the desk thing, I'm one of those because
I did that.
Well, the desk thing I have to do, but like I'll leave papers out honestly so I don't forget things. It's not because I'm like, if I don't have it, like if it's on a list somewhere else, I'm like, oh, that list is going to get forgotten.
Yeah.
So that one's a hard one, but I want to do it.
I did that. Well, especially after the breakup, I went through my whole room because we spent a lot of time in my room, obviously, just like hanging out, and he was staying with us, and I needed to like revamp that space,
energy,
and
purge.
as far as energy and just purge everything. So like there's nothing on my dresser now.
I know,
which
I
feels
love it.
So good,
so clean.
Because I didn't even as I was like going and cleaning my dresser and every little shelf or whatever, I was like, I don't use any of this. Like I hold on to it, but watch by the end of 2026 I'm never gonna
throw away anyway.
Yeah, so that felt really good.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the digital detox is a harder one.
I didn't do that
because that could also include, I think, social media.
I need to be
so he talked about
that.
emails and cleaning your inbox, which yes, 100%. Like I do the same to my inbox that I do to my desk. Like I'll leave
Me too.
certain emails even unread to make sure that I don't forget them. But it's also like, and when I say unfollow, I don't mean like go and unfollow everyone, but there's like random pages. Like I saw one post and I followed and I'm like, I don't need to follow. Yeah, that's, come on.
Digital detox for me would be like screen time, because I even like yesterday I was like, I have to study, I have to lock in. Why can't I not stop scrolling right now, even though I know I need to?
Every time I walk by the garage, I'll peek in the window. And your little thumb was firing away.
And it was horrible. I wasn't even consuming anything. I was just like robot mode. It was horrible. But that's one thing I know I need to be better about. And
that one's hard.
It's just so hard. I should put the like time limit things on my phone where the apps will lock.
Really?
So then I can't. I mean, you can enter a password and like get in, but so if you really want to, you can still scroll. But I need to do that because there's literally so much other shit I should be doing. Like, unless I am creating, I do not want to consume a lot of social media. Like, realistically, when I open social media, it should be to be creating.
You can consume because I feel like...
But I can consume after I create.
Yeah. Well, but there's some consumption that leads to the creation, right? But the doom scrolling, no. Like...
But you can't even drive in the car without, I'm like, hello. I'm like swerving, trying to get her attention. She's just not paying attention to me. Just on her phone.
Target orders.
Like, no, everything. Literally the other day, I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm trying to look at my spin bike on Facebook. I was like, okay, you're lying. You're a huge, huge liar. Liar.
Kenny, do you do New Year's resolutions?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them.
And then I get annoyed also that the gym is full. I'm like, you fuckers aren't going to be here in 2 weeks, so let's just move that along.
That pisses
just
me
go
off
ahead and
so
clock out
much.
now. Yeah.
I'm like, you guys. And that's another thing too. Like, people wait for January 1st. I'm like, start on a random Wednesday. Start at 5 p.m. Start on the weekend. Start like literally whenever. There is never going to be a perfect time. It's not like January 1st suddenly your mind's just going to be like
and your body too, by the way.
Yeah, no, you just got to do it. You just have to do it. The next thing he talked about were handwritten letters, and I really liked this, but I did not have time to do this because I watched this video on New Year's Eve. But basically, like probably the last 2 weeks leading up to the new year, you write however many handwritten letters to people that served like a role in your life within the last year. And it doesn't have to be some long MLA formatted letter. It literally can just be like, hey, I appreciate you so much. You changed my life this past year because of A, B, and C, and you deserve to know.
Yeah.
I love that.
I did too.
Especially handwritten letters where you slap a stamp on it and then they get it in the mail. That's just so
Because
intentional.
no matter what, it'll get opened. An email may not. A text will
Yes.
probably get ignored.
Yes.
But like
a letter is just
that
so
will actually make
sweet.
a difference.
That is like huge.
I love that one too. And I like thought about it because you'd really have to go back and look at, or even maybe do it in the moment as things happen. Because I think looking back and trying to do it, you might forget a lot.
What do you mean?
Like, so even as the year progresses, maybe you don't mail that letter yet.
Oh, yes.
You could say like something could happen in February that that impacted you, and you
that makes sense.
Write the letter in that moment, put it in that end of the year letter.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a place for them, like a little box and then mail them all at the end. Because honestly, like even when we watched this, I thought, am I even gonna remember? Like I know some things happen.
That's so true. Well, I mean,
it's like writing a letter to yourself, right? Like when you mail them later.
How do people do that? How do you write yourself a letter and then mail it and then it doesn't show up for however long?
I don't know. You give it to someone else.
I don't know.
Basically.
But
because there's not like a schedule later with the post office.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna be like, oh, we'll hold this in the back for you.
Yeah.
So maybe someone else I don't know. Lots to think about.
The one I loved was the calendar one.
Me too.
That's actually my favorite.
Well, especially, and we need to do it.
As a family, we need to do it. Because I think we are very, very accommodating, I think, as a family to a fault, to where then we'll even, I think between us, bicker or argue because we're like, well, no, I wanted to do this and so, but we're usually trying to accommodate like a third person.
Okay.
But just filling your own calendar first. Like, and he does his the whole year. I mean, I may not have it that laid out, I'll be honest, but at least have... Well, this is what he does in the whole year. He also plans we'll get more into this, the mini vacations and the mini adventures.
Yes.
So, but he says everything from like your workouts to everything, put your stuff in first. Mm-hmm. That way, when someone asks you, hey, do you want to do this on this day? You're in a position to say no more. And I think that is part of... I've gotten good at this. You need to say no more. We're like opposite. I need to say yes more. You need to say no more.
That's true. I say yes to everything.
Everything.
Even if I'm like spread so thin and
and then
so
it's
thin, like
usually not good because you spread yourself too thin.
No, and then I'm crashing out. But it's like I could have just said no to 2 out of the 5 things that I agreed to, and I wouldn't feel so overwhelmed. So that is something I do want to implement. And especially the family or with your significant other, I think that if you have a calendar that you guys can
refer to,
put in a shared space and be like, hey, here are also some goals that we want to meet by certain days and certain weeks and months and whatever, then it's also like I said, once you write it down, it becomes real. And that's also vulnerable because you have to admit like you want something and there's a chance that you might fail. But also give someone an opportunity to hold you accountable and be like, hey, remember by this date you said you were going to start studying for your test, or you said you were going to work out.
And I know I do that already. Like I won't share things because of my own fear of failure. And so
me too. And isn't that horrible? Because
because there's also a chance I could succeed, right? So why don't I lean into that?
Best case, like anything best case scenario.
Yeah.
Every time, not worst case. And that's something I need to like rewire. And obviously that takes a very long time.
Yeah. But the calendar is a good start for that.
I agree.
Because I know that we don't do that, or because when the times that we do, like Dad and his pickleball, or there's certain things, once it's there, we're like, no, we can't.
Yeah.
So if we were actually so much better about that process, I think because it's about honoring yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's huge.
Yeah. And I feel like
otherwise we'll make it work. Always.
Like so accommodating. I feel like piggybacking off that, the mini adventures.
I loved it.
And he talked about doing it every other month, but I feel like if you can make it work once a month.
You can.
And it's not like, oh my gosh, we're going to Wyoming, Jackson Hole.
No, it could be a day trip.
It could literally just be like, hey, I'm going to turn my phone off for this entire day this month. I'm going to go to the beach, read a book. I'm not going to be interrupted. I'm going to get my favorite takeout and I'm just going to have a me day. And it's like, you do that 12 times a year, 6 times
You've
a
now
year.
fit in like 12
mini adventures.
mini
And
adventures.
it's mini memories that you'll never forget. And it's times that you showed up for yourself and put yourself first. And I really liked that.
Well, that's why I said we just did that. We didn't even take a full 24 hours. We went to the Lafayette Hotel. If you haven't been,
she's gorgeous.
It's
you
amazing.
Need to go immediately.
But we got there. I don't even know what time it was. Like,
no, we got there probably at like 12 p.m.
Oh, I thought they didn't let us check until later.
They didn't, but we were doing it.
But we were just there, and then everything you could do at this hotel. It was so all cute. Yeah, it was so cute. And I mean, even from getting dinner there to we ended up going to the room, like, okay, we never get to turn, like, we cranked up the heater. We're always cold. So at home, we don't get to do, I think it was on 80. Oh my gosh.
And we were so comfortable.
Skincare, all of it. And like, it was just amazing.
The hotel bed, went to bed at literally 7 p.m.
I think we slept like 10 or 12 hours.
And that felt amazing. That was so amazing. Woke up early. Left,
got coffee. It was actually so perfect. But when he said the mini adventures, that's what I thought of.
Me too.
And it wasn't much. Like, even if we told other people, they're like, wait,
like, yeah, what
did you do?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it was the best time ever, just because it was just this isolated, moment. Yeah. We weren't doing other things. We weren't stressing over our phone. It was just awesome.
We were just so present.
So I was like, we're doing this.
We have to.
Once a month.
Once a month. Not even staying at a hotel.
No. It could just be anywhere.
Because even San Diego, when I went to school down there, I loved being down there and spending time, like one-on-one, even
I loved
just you and
our day trips.
I know.
They were perfect.
And San Diego, I'd rather drive to San Diego than LA.
100 times.
Yeah.
Like, no question. And obviously Christmas we did a bigger adventure, but even that, like, opting out of presents to do
like a trip
was maybe really the best thing we could have ever. We're definitely doing that
forever
and
now.
Obviously we can change what that is. But
you just did 6-7.
we can
Did
change.
You guys catch that Easter egg?
We can change what that is. But I even love Joshua Tree in the winter. Like,
I love Joshua Tree. That's honestly one of my favorite places too, because it's so.
It's the remote,
and it's so remote. It's like actually my dream. Yeah. Like, actual dream would be to open a coffee shop out there, like a Maso Menos vibe.
I would love it.
Live, and that's like what we do. That's like our passion project, and then we just get to spend all this time together, like on a compound. We should consider
dreams.
That. Yeah, actually, actual dream. But
as long as Prime can get wherever we are, that's
I don't know if Prime is actually like 24 hours. It might be a little longer.
Because that's what I loved about Random But the North Shore. Like, I didn't love Waikiki. No offense. Yeah. But I loved being in an area where there was no one.
Me too.
And enjoying just like where we were, the environment.
The quiet. Yeah. I agree.
Because I feel like our family does really well in that.
I know. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't need to be like, go, 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 go.
No.
I think when I was younger, Dad had to be like, go, go, go. Like, he could not sit still.
Yeah.
Like, we would be on vacation and he'd wake up at literally 6 a.m. and leave.
Like, he'd come home with coffee, cinnamon rolls. Donuts. He built a fort. Like,
he's already like picking out the weeds and they're like, so funny.
He's like, I washed all 3 cars. And we're like, we only have one.
But, the mini adventures. Because we already have like, March and April are planned out for.
March is a lot.
March is New York.
And, when's Coachella?
April.
Oh, I keep thinking. Oh, no. Know. There was something else in March, remember? Nope. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
It's New York, and I will keep you posted.
I don't think there's anything else in March.
There was, because I went to write it down, and I didn't. Good job, Mom.
Oh, wow. February. I don't know. We need to plan many adventures.
Well, you have to study for your test in January. That's a big one.
I know.
Oh. What?
What are we going to say?
We got to spin.
Yeah, we have to spin. Lots of spinning.
You got to practice.
I know. We'll come back with that.
We'll come back to that.
The next thing.
That's Kevin's role, by the way.
That's Kevin's role. That's his buddy Kevin.
Yeah.
The next thing is a winning habit every quarter. And I think this is more realistic than a New Year's resolution. Because it's like, okay, this quarter, I am going to wake up at 5:30 every day. Yeah. And then it's also less intimidating if some days you don't. And it's just like, okay, I'll just try again
Try
tomorrow.
again tomorrow. Or like the drink more water. Or he said never be late. I would say for me, that was a good one. But it's never be late for the things that I don't want to do. Because you'll know when I
Yeah, but
want
I
to.
hate that, like, about you. Because I think it's so rude. Because then just say no. Like, but you don't say no. So instead you're just late and that comes off rude.
Well, I don't do it. I do it. I've done it mostly
You,
with like events, not for myself. Like even with dad or.
but then you make me anxious and you make Beckham anxious and it's
No, not with
selfish.
us.
Yeah, with us.
I haven't really done that with us.
When we were younger, you were late to, and I get it. Obviously, having kids, it's hard because even
I can't wait.
when I was nannying,
I can't wait to see you.
and it's like you want to go for a walk and take the stroller and everything.
How does that go?
Yeah, but you were just late to like normal stuff with kids that weren't in strollers and stuff.
That's not true.
That's true.
That's not true.
But the idea of
Because you were spirited. Do you remember that?
spirited, what did that? What did that? What does that mean?
Riley had her own ideas about a lot of things and how they should go. Like a little
spirited.
Yeah, like a little bit of a temper sometimes.
Well, because I was like actually boss baby. Like I was just like, I run a strict program. We need to get this show on the road. Like
No, but you got like if your outfit wasn't all the things, there would be events.
really?
Yes.
Oh, diva. I love that for myself.
So it wasn't like, oh, let's just get out the door. I can't wait. I'm actually going to save this particular episode to replay just so that when you're crying and you're like, I don't know why she just wouldn't wear the leggings. We just had to be out the door and you're melting down and your daughter's melting down. I'll be like, but wait, hold on.
I do not even want to experience you as a grandma because you're going to actually be the biggest thorn in my side. You're going to be like, no, she wants this. It's as simple as like those videos you see of grandparents where it's like, well, I have toy money for her. Like,
Yeah, they're called hundreds.
Yeah, mind your business. You're gonna like spoil.
I might rage bait her a little bit just to
so
see,
would.
just to see how you manage. Like,
But I think this idea of like picking one every quarter is also how you just habit stack.
I love it.
But
and every quarter gives you a time to assimilate that habit too.
Yes.
That's why it's like one big like that's why I don't like that. Like these dividing it up. It's like time management, right? Like you divide it up, it becomes easier to process, easier to actually incorporate and have it stick.
Yeah. And the final thing, this is something I learned of this year that like I love since I've heard about it, but it's called a Misogi. And your Misogi it's based on this Japanese tradition, but basically it's one thing that you pick at the beginning of the year, and it's this year defining personal experience, challenge, and it can be anything you want it to be. Like the video of this guy I saw talked about how his Misogi for 2025 was a 10-day silent retreat. And then as I'm like reading the comments, people are like, oh, my Misogi was to run the New York City Marathon. My Misogi is to
like a big goal.
Yes. And I think the key is it has to have like a 50% success rate, like something that is very hard and very challenging.
Right.
And I don't know. I thought that was like so
That's a good
cool
one.
because too, when you do something and you finish your Misogi, then I feel like you just become so much more confident because you showed up for yourself.
Yeah. You're like, I didn't know I could do this thing.
What do you think yours?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it ever since. I mean, granted, it's literally been 2 days, but I've been stewing over this because I don't know what that is right now.
But there's nothing that comes to mind. There has to be something that maybe you're just not sharing.
What's yours?
I said I wanted to be celibate. Just like not dating.
50% chance of failing.
No, but just like not dating anyone. Just like actually just doing me this year. Like my year, not talking to anyone. Like no situationships, no talking stages, no nothing. Like no dating. Like just, I thought of that, and I also want to travel to Europe.
I would love to do that.
Like I do not travel, and it's. Like, there are times when I can travel, but I just, like, limit myself. And I was talking to my parents because I just have, like, a lot of guilt. Because if I can't go with my family, or if I can't go with my mom, or or if I'm like missing out on these experiences with like all of us, then I just feel, I don't know why I feel guilty, because even everyone's like, don't feel guilty.
Yeah. Maybe you want to too, though. There could be that.
Of
like,
course
it's
I
not
do,
all
but I
guilt.
also want, like, Beckham's so good about being like, no, I'm just gonna do it. Like, Beckham's gone literally everywhere. Like, he's so good about just doing stuff and not asking for forgiveness. Like,
Yeah. I think it's the kind, I mean, the way he just traveled. I don't think you would necessarily travel. Like, even booking his flight, I was like, you're flying who?
yeah, I would not do that.
So that's just different a little bit, because they're like, no, we're going to take 2 horses and a scooter in. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool.
I would not. They took a red eye on Spirit to Chicago.
It cost them more to check their bags than it did for the flight.
To Chicago, where it's like snowing and freezing. That is so scary. I'm like, you better watch YouTube videos on how to land this plane yourself, because they're gonna ask.
And maybe like emergency medical services, because there will not be a doctor on that flight.
And bring duct tape, because I don't know if they have seatbelts.
No,
I don't know how that works. But yeah, no.
And Red Eye's crazy.
Red Eye's. I'm like, you're gonna go to sleep.
He's gonna be like this.
Like Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh.
But you have to think of your Misogi, actually. You must have something.
I must.
I can tell
I
you
do have one, but...
Tell me.
No, I can't. Well, you said it has to do with the traveling, because it definitely has a 50% chance of failing. So, because for me, because remember, I was waiting forever and ever. Like, all I would talk about is all these places I wanted to go. And I am crazy dog lady, and I was waiting for our dogs to pass away, because I would
so sad, but like
I would never leave them like, period. Like, we left for a couple days, and that was like, even when we were gone, didn't matter how much fun I'd have. I was so worried that they were sad that I was like, okay, it's time to go home. So then I've been waiting, and now I just need to make sure that I can go.
Yeah,
because that's what that was a big defining moment for me to travel.
Yes.
More.
Wow.
That was it. You can ask Dad. That was it. There was the only hang up until recently.
Yeah. But you guys need to think of your Misogi, and honestly just take everything that we said. And you don't even need to take everything, but if there's a couple things that stuck with you, just try and see and implement it. And maybe you can even do a quarterly audit where it's like, okay, and I feel like that will also be easy.
Yeah.
Unless
like everything can be broken down. Even like something like the closet. Do one drawer. Pick 2 things that you can let go of this month. Next time you go to your closet to get dressed and you're like, no, take out the nose.
Yeah, that's so true. But 2026 is going to be our year. I can feel it.
I love this.
And I hope that we can look back on this episode and be like, yes, all this stuff happened.
Yes.
And
I'm sure we should update, actually. That'd be a good idea.
That'd be amazing.
I'm like, so this didn't work.
So, womp womp.
Womp womp.
But yeah, that is, you know what I actually wanted to do for a Misogi real quick, and then
what?
Well, I thought about this, but I always go back and forth, because I see like Iris Law with her short hair, and I'm like, I've always wanted to do it once. And then it's like, that I can ensure I'll probably be celibate for a year or 2. I think you should wait. Obviously, I'm not doing it right now when I'm just going through the trenches.
No, never make emotional decisions.
I think if anything, I would do it by like my 25th birthday. That's the way it's like.
Really?
I thought about it, because I'm like, it's just hair. Like, I will always be funny. I will always be smart. I will always be kind. I will always be selfless. Like,
it's
and that's the truth. It's just hair. So, or if Beckham wanted to do his for Coachella, I would do something with him.
Really? Okay, we'll have to talk about this.
That would be a year defining, because I also want my kids to look back and be like, holy shit, Mom was so cool. Like, Mom didn't care.
Trust me, they're going to say Mom was so cool.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, I love you.
I love you.
But this is going to be our year.
I love this.
High five. Your short arm.
I'm short arm. My T-Rex arm.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the I Did It First podcast. That is one thing I'm so grateful for this year.
Yes.
Is just getting to spend time on the microphone with my mom and this shared space. And I'm so grateful for all of you, and for Kenny, obviously.
He's like, what up?
But thank you guys so much for listening to the I Did It First podcast. I'm Riley.
I'm Anna.
And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.